Hello, and welcome to The Starving Student. I'm Lauren Murphy, and this is a very budget episode. We don't have a camera person, so bear with me. I'm a little exhausted today because I have a real job, which is great. Always a good aspiration to have a real job after you stop being a starving student. Because I'm so tired and because I have to go to work early tomorrow, I'm going to make something very quick, very easy, and I'm going to show you how to do it. And it's only going to take your toaster oven. Yay! So for all of you who are just moving into dorms and you only have a toaster oven or a microwave or something, try to get a toaster oven. It's definitely a great purchase. This is perfect for you. So let's talk about our ingredients. Right over here I have some red onion, some red pepper, and some zucchini that I've already chopped up. I have some flatbread wraps that are only 90 calories each. These are the sun-dried tomato variety. These are super good for you. Have lots of fiber, lots of whole grains. They're awesome. Some sun-dried tomatoes that I had left over from a different recipe. I have some Baboli pizza sauce because I didn't feel like making my own pizza sauce. Again, we're being quick, we're being easy, it's okay. And I have some 6 cheese Italian fancy shredded cheese. So these pizzas are super easy to make. What we need to do first, though, is get our vegetables roasting. So we can do that in our toaster oven, like I said. We're going to need a bowl. Let's find one. Oh, great. There's one right here. All right, so got our bowl. I'll scooch our little flatbreads over just a little bit. All right, we're going to put a little bit of olive oil into our bowl. We have fancy olive oil now. It only takes 7 hours to pour it all out. Only 7 hours. No, but it's okay. So you want about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We're going to get a couple of spices going on, mainly garlic powder and onion powder. If you've watched my show at all, you know I use those in pretty much every recipe. So, pretty big fan of powders of garlic and onion respectively. It's a pretty good time. So, if you're curious about where I came up with this recipe, we have Italian seasoning. We'll save that for later. Pretty much, I don't like greasy pizza, and I know that that is a college kid staple. Sea salt goes right in. I know it's a college kid staple, but that being said, it's not a very healthy staple. It's not really good to be eating free pizza all the time because that's how you gain weight, and we're not trying to do that. We're starving students, but we want to be slamming body students also, and you're not going to do that if you keep eating free pizza. So this is a really good, healthy alternative if you're still craving pizza. And this is not reduced fat cheese, but you could get that and it would be totally fine. But this was on sale, so it's what I bought. I'm already having vegetables and on a little wrap. Bear with me. I work out. It's fine. Alright. Grabbing a spoon. We are going to very carefully get all of our vegetables in here. And if you notice, this is going to be very similar to my very first episode where we made the roasted veggies with rice, with a couple of differences. We're chopping these veggies up really fine because our flatbreads are small. They're thin and they're a little flimsier than a normal pizza crust. So we don't want to overload it with huge chunks of veggies. Actually, a lot of these zucchinis might be a little too big, but cross that bridge when we get there. It'll be okay. Alright, so we've got our veggies, our oil, and our spices. Luckily, you can't see the sink because it's disgusting. Another thing, if you are going to be a student, we're just gonna... I don't even know what to do with that. Alright, I'll put it over there. Sometimes you're going to get roommates who don't clean up after themselves. And that's a very normal, college problem to have. So, I really hope everyone can see me because this will be super awkward if, half of my face is cut off for this whole video. Again, I don't have a camera person, so bear with me. You're going to get all the same information. Yeah, sometimes you'll get a roommate who might not be as clean, or might not be as respectful of your things. So, you know what? Part of growing up, you gotta deal with it. Eventually you're gonna have to work with other people. Hopefully you're gonna have to manage other people someday. And I know that's really fun, because that's my job right now. And it's great though, and it's interesting when you come out of college thinking about all the lessons you learned in college that had nothing to do with actual schooling. So it's a good thing. Alright, we've got our roasted veggies. They are all mixed up with our olive oil and our spices. We're going to add a little bit of Italian seasoning. And if you don't have Italian seasoning, put some oregano, some basil, a couple other things, you'll be good to go. Mix that in a little bit, and we'll put a little bit more on top of our pizza once it comes out of our toaster oven. Our tasty toaster oven treats are going to be delicious. Perfect. Alright, so your toaster oven hopefully came equipped with this little tray. If it didn't, not really a point in, buying a toaster oven, but you could make one out of tin foil if you had to. You would definitely need to use more than one sheet, but it is doable. So, we're going to spoon as much as we possibly can from our bowl here. And if we can't fit it all, I'll just do it in my actual oven, because I have one of those too, but I'm trying to be accommodating to our less advantaged viewers who only have toaster ovens. Though there are lots of great things you can make in the toaster oven. Yeah, this will be fine. Alright, so it's always really helpful to put foil down anytime you are going to be roasting or baking anything. Pepper overboard. It just makes cleanup a lot easier, and it makes sense. Alright, so that's good to go. We are going to pop that in our toaster oven, which you may or may not be able to see back here. But it's set to bake as opposed to toast or broil. We're just going to set that back in there as far as it can go. There we go. Alright, so it's on 425, which mine doesn't have a 425 dial, but it's about halfway in between 400 and 450. And we are going to set it to bake for 20 minutes. And then we're going to come back, assemble it on our pieces, bake our pieces for just a couple minutes, and we're going to be good to go. So we'll be right back when our veggies are all roasted. Welcome back to The Starving Student. Our veggies are nice and roasted, and they're good to go. And I left my oven mitt over here. Awkward. Okay, so I grabbed our roasted veggies out of our toaster oven. They look roasty. That's a good thing. I'm going to find one of these guys. There we go. To set it on. I didn't do a very good job of that. That's fine. We're just going to adjust that a little bit. Great. Okay, moving stuff over so everyone can see. We've got our veggies, we've got our flatbreads ready to go. All we need to do is apply the toppings and assemble our pizza. So, I got these little pre-made sauce packets on sale, and I'm assuming that one of these will cover about 2 pizzas. So, these veggies are going to be more than enough for 2 pizzas, but the good thing, you can just put them in a plastic bag and then throw them on your pizzas whenever you want to make a fresh one. And that's what I like to do, at least. So, we're going to squeeze out our sauce here. I love making pizza. It's so fun. One of my favorite things to do was when I was in elementary school and they had fundraisers. They had those little Caesar's pizza kits, and you could kind of make your own pizza, with your family after you bought the pizza kit. And it was really fun, and I was a big fan of that. I'm going to use the back of our spoon. Just kind of spread your sauce around. Do your thing, making your pizza. It's your pizza, your way. You do what you want. Yeah, and the one sauce packet is kind of perfect for the 2 pizzas, because you don't want too much sauce, because these are, they're not super huge, super thick pizza crust. So we want to, keep it at a normal level of sauciness. So that's a good thing. Alright, so we're going to add our cheese. Like I said, normal 6 cheese Italian. You can totally use mozzarella, but I like the mixture. Also, don't be alarmed if you hear people coming and going. My awesome new roommate Becca is moving in, so I'm super excited about that. And she will most likely be joining me on several upcoming episodes of this show. So, yay! Yay, Becca. Becca, you can say hi if you want. It's okay, I don't think she heard me. Don't worry about it. But I promise she exists. Anyway, so just spread your cheese on, and we are going to do our veggies over our cheese, and then I like to do another layer of cheese because, come on, it's pizza. We're doing our thing. And the great thing about pizza is you can add whatever vegetables or, whatever sauces or cheeses or anything that you want, and you can really make it your own. So, I'm showing you how to make a pretty healthy version. If you really wanted to be unhealthy, I guess you could be, but again, not the point. Perfect. So kind of spread that out so it's a nice even coating. You don't want too many vegetables clumping up. We're just going to spread it out nice and evenly. And hopefully 2 of these are going to fit in the toaster oven. I guess we're going to find out. So, it'll be okay. Lovely. I'm going to add the sun-dried tomatoes now. I don't like to add those in with the roasting veggies just because they don't really need to be roasted for 20 minutes since they've already been roasted and dried and whatnot. So we're just going to sprinkle those on top. If you don't regularly use sun-dried tomatoes, they're very zesty. They have a nice little tang to them. I like them a lot. Beautiful. And they come in a nice resealable package. Yay! Alright, one more topping with our cheese. And, be as conservative or liberal with your cheese as you like. This is an election year, so you choose your amount of cheese. You choose your cheese. Something like that. I think you can choose the amount of cheese you want even if you're not in an election year because you're an adult now. Let's be serious. Alright, our pizzas are ready to go back into our toaster oven. So, I don't actually know if both of these are going to fit in here. But the great thing is, they're on tin foil. So, all we have to do is rip the tin foil off, and we'll be good to go. A better idea would have been to put them on 2 different pieces of tin foil, but I didn't think about that. But it's okay. Now, if your flatbread is flimsy, which it probably will be since obviously we've not baked it yet, you're going to need a huge spatula, or you're just going to want to pick it up. But I really like using my huge spatula anytime I can. So we're going to pop this back in the toaster oven. Whoa. Come on, buddy. Baking at the same temperature, but this time only for like 5 minutes, and then we're going to be done. So I'm going to turn it on to bake, I'm going to let it go, and then I will take a picture of the finished product and show you how awesome it is. So, this is Lauren Murphy, and this has been The Starving Student. I hope you enjoy your healthy and quick pizza, and have a wonderful rest of your week.